According to the Insurance Information Institute, California sits atop the list for the crime of Grand Theft Auto. On that list of top 10 cities with high auto theft rates, the Golden State makes 8 of those 10. Just last year, a total of 170,000 cars were stolen within the state borders. So it wasn't surprising when I found a black Mercedes-Benz abandoned on a street adjacent to mine. However, there was something unusual about it. Underneath the wiper rested a rose. So from that day forward, I wouldn't help but notice a derelict vehicle and wonder who that rose was left for. After the initial week, I'd guessed that someone would ticket it and it'd be towed, but that didn't happen. It only continued to sit there, and I couldn't figure out why. After several more days of tolerating it, I decided I would take a closer look. The first thing I took notice was the general poor condition of the car, as I couldn't clearly see it from my driver's side window while passing. But upon closer inspection, it was clear this car was stolen. The thief removed the plates, which is common when a vehicle is taken for the purpose of stripping. Most of the time, they'll take the tires, radio, and battery, all of which can be pawned off. The tires were still intact, though worn to the edge. It looked as if the thief joyrode it for months before abandoning it. I peered inside the window, which had gathered a fine film of dust, and sure enough, the radio wasn't stripped. Finally, I took notice of the rose. Its weathered petals dried by the sun. Truly, it was a corsage that fit the body of which it sat. Someone wrote a message onto the window. "Do not tow. We'll be back. Call 510, the number was worn away." Things began to make sense. I'd guessed that maybe it was someone who left the car and were coming back to repair it. It would explain why all the stripping pieces were still intact. On impulse, I pulled on the handle and the door opened. I could feel the gears turning in my head. I wondered what things the owner had left in its trunk. I briskly made my way to the trunk, but was stopped in my tracks. A pungent odor now permeated the air. It was a smell one might attribute to sulfur or rotten eggs. Then I realized it was coming from the popped trunk. There was no backing out now. With a hesitant hand, I reached down to open the trunk and